Hello friends, it's $1 Trillion Silver. Today I'm going to tell you about how that I feel George Zimmerman should have been charged with involuntary manslaughter, and if the situation was any much different, he would have received about 5 years, 3 to 10 years or so. If you want to test yourself to see if you are a racist, just assess the Zimmerman case exactly the same, except for assume that Zimmerman was black and Trayvon was white. He can be some type of white gangster or whatever, but if you came up with the same result, that he should have had the same punishment after thinking that way, then you aren't including race into this. But the fact is that humans are instinctually racist at some degree, so you have to use your intuition and intelligence to get past the racism, and you can do this by analyzing the situation as if it was two white people, or as if George Zimmerman was black and Trayvon was white. But if you do this, you would likely come to the conclusion that George Zimmerman was partially responsible and therefore should have served some time and was guilty for something. He certainly wasn't guilty of murder, definitely not in the first degree. That's like saying he went out there to get Trayvon. Like, he just was seeking Trayvon to kill him. The most important thing to realize here is that George Zimmerman was the first one to initiate contact with Trayvon, and it was wrong contact. Trayvon hadn't committed any crimes whatsoever, at least that day, and nothing proven. I think of the situation more as a rent-a-cop versus citizen type of event. Yes, Trayvon was a thug type person, but this certainly doesn't mean that he deserved to be killed. In most cases, the best types of people are those who, went through lots of troubles in their life and then turned away from that. But Trayvon never got the chance to do that, so that is important to understand. I do believe George Zimmerman should have got a small amount of time, and he did get some time with just having to sit in jail. But if you go out there and talk to or listen to any of the people out there on YouTube, basically everybody just goes by with whatever race they are. That's what they pick, and I really don't even see these people as part of my race or not part of my race. I would be willing to bet that Trayvon has some white in him as well. But the fact is that this whole debacle, the purpose of it is to have a race war. So your goal should be to not let this incite any racism in you, and try to, avert your racism. Look at this case as if it was two white people, two Chinese people, just switch it all different ways, and if you came up with the same answer every way, then you aren't racist. And if you didn't, or you had to try to manipulate the situation, then you might, still be a little bit trapped in your mind. But this is definitely some type of scheme to get black people versus the white people. They've been putting out stuff on the news about the black people are going to riot, they're going to riot, and they really haven't rioted very much. They put out more videos on the mainstream media about how blacks were going to riot than they did about how people actually did riot in Egypt and in Brazil and whatnot. So this is a clear use of mental manipulation, but it is not a non-issue. I was trying to figure out if it was a non-issue, but it still is an issue. But the issue is that this is used to incite racism in you. So if you're white, don't let this make you hate blacks, for no reason. And if you're black, don't let this make you hate whites for no reason. It's definitely what they're trying to do. Don't let it work. See you guys next video. $1 Trillion Silver. Out.